president said the House bill was mean. The Senate bill may be meaner.
Meaner. It is heartless.
You can put a lace collar on a pit bull, and it's still a mean dog.
So sad, Mr. President. Heartless. Mean and heartless.
Well, how could they? Not Republicans, Democrats. Mean and heartless? Folks, I'm departing a little bit from form here to say that I've had a chance to examine the latest Senate health care proposal and then the Democrats' proposal, the one that's trying to become the law versus the one that already is. And let's just say I have a very different definition of mean and a very, very different take on heartless. If Republicans still spending hundreds of billions of dollars on health care is mean, please tell me what constitutes nice. If still covering people with pre-existing conditions is heartless, what exactly shows heart? If keeping kids on your policy longer matters when Democrats do it, it doesn't when Republicans do it. If Democrats bemoaning Republicans wanting to pay for all of that is reckless, then I guess Democrats not too concerned about how you pay for all of that makes them clueless. If Barack Obama calls this Senate attempt a massive transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich, wasn't he the one who started this transfer in reverse, exploding costs on the poor and the rich? No, my friends, this is not about a massive transfer of wealth. It is about a massive departure from reality. I'm the geek here. I've done the math. What's mean, my friends, is doubling premiums you promised would stay low. What is mean is limiting their options for care when you promised they would still have plenty of options for care. What is mean is saying you can keep your doctor when you can't keep your doctor. What is mean is forcing young people to pay up for coverage when maybe they can't afford that coverage. What is mean is saying government subsidies will help when they won't, or plenty of state exchanges will have their back when they can't. What is mean? Premium increases that keep soaring and coverage that keeps shrinking. What's mean is telling folks health care is like money in the bank, even if it means no money left in their pocket. That is what's mean. That is what's heartless. Not Republicans introducing Democrats to something called math, but Democrats who concocted this mess, ignoring that math. What is heartless is telling folks it is deplorable to do things in secret, when in fact the Affordable Care Act itself was cooked up in secret. You remember the closed doors? They're not pretty. But Chuck Schumer lecturing anyone on keeping them open, well, that's pretty stupid. What's heartless is when the same Chuck Schumer says this Senate measure will send costs soaring while refusing to see those costs already are soaring. What is heartless is saying Republicans are actually killing people. They actually said that. When, in fact, what is really heartless is year after year of Obamacare lemmings lying to people, all the people, about deductibles now pricier than some premiums, and premiums pricier than most can afford. Now, if that is compassion, what counts for clueless? If that shows heart, how then to explain this present-day health care hell? That is what is heartless. That is over-the-top hypocrisy on the left. That is what is mean. It shows a cavalier disregard for facts the left chooses to ignore and a phony interest in the health of folks for whom liberals couldn't care less. You know, these Republican plans aren't perfect. I've said so and reported on this show many, many times. But they're out there because the law they hope to replace isn't remotely close to even passable. Actually, you could argue Republicans aren't doing any favors by replacing one big old omnibus government health care program with a slightly less big old government health care program. That proves Republicans are not financial saints, but that does not mean they're moral sinners. I just find it odd that the same folks who feared Republicans would repeal health care have in fact gone to great lengths, those Republicans, to secure health care, oddly keeping the one thing they said they would rip apart. God knows it isn't helping the grand old party, but don't you find it a little grand, a little rich, that somehow they're getting the blame for the disaster of Obamacare? That's no party. Them, they're the facts. And not President Obama himself getting any blame, who seems to have conveniently forgotten all of those empty promises behind Obamacare. You know what? He made those promises. Democrats pushed those promises. And now they're lecturing Republicans about breaking promises. I figure there's enough blame to go around, my friends, for programs that promise too much. I just find it the height of chutzpah for Democrats now to call Republicans for doing too little. We need a stethoscope, all right, not to find whether there's any heart in this latest Republican plan, but to confirm whether Democrats have any heart at all. So I'm very sorry to ramble on here to kick off a show, but this whole narrative of blaming Republicans for this mess, man, oh man, it is way off and more than a bit much. I just gave you the facts. I just broke down the numbers. I just told you the good and bad on each. But for one party to claim the other party is all bad, that Republicans are the one who concocted a mess they're trying to fix, that's a bit rich.